Call of Duty has done it again. They've taken an excited player base and pooped all over them. And no, I'm not talking about the neon green poop that they are selling for 3,000 CP or COD points. That is a whole nother topic. And honestly, if they want to sell skins that look ridiculous, that's completely on them. We've got these parasite skins. We've got this weird looking second tier superhero skin. And we've got this dragon skin. And I really don't care about any of this since they put Nicki Minaj in the game. All sense of reality is broken unless you think she really did fight in World War II or whatever war they put her into. No, I'm talking about something completely different. I'm talking about the trust between a game developer and a player. They have completely broken that. And they've done it in two ways that literally cost them nothing or next to nothing. And they did it just sort of to spite players, if we're being honest. They looked them right in the eye and spit in their face like it was something that they were paying for, and they weren't. So, what happened? With the Season 1 update of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, a few bugs were introduced into the game. And one bug specifically that players really got upset about, and this would be XP tokens. So if you don't know the way XP tokens work, is you go down here and you can see all the XP tokens that you have unlocked. And a lot of players got very excited because after Season 1 updated, they logged in and all of a sudden they had access to all these unused XP tokens from previous games. They might have chugged 15 monsters in a row back in the day, but their heart can no longer handle it. So the Call of Duty devs, in their infinite good graces, decided that that heart attack was going to pay off this year. You didn't use those tokens back then, but you can use them now. And players were ecstatic. They couldn't believe it. You could be getting XP tokens for doing something other than ordering a pizza and chugging 5 monsters. Now you could be getting them for something that you did in the past, which is amazing because you don't have to go to your doctors again. You don't have to get back on the heart meds. You can just, you know, reap what you got before. Anyways, basically they just brought the tokens forward, and people were happy about it. It seemed like a gesture of good faith, and despite the fact that a neon green turd had been released into the game, and yes, I'm talking about the skin. Players were still happy about the update because they could finally use these XP tokens and they could use them right off the bat. It's actually a really good policy, in my opinion, because it's going to push sales year round. Because now you can just stack those tokens and use them in the next COD knowing that they're going to be rolled forward. I don't see anything wrong with this. I think this is actually a pretty good policy. And unfortunately, the rogue dev who did this probably got fired, reprimanded, and handed a new butthole. And then the changes were quickly reverted. So there's a few reasons players are upset. First off, some people did get to pop off those tokens pretty quick. And if you're a 5 second man, you managed to make it happen, hats off to you. Because those tokens have all been taken away and nobody has them anymore. They went back to whatever damn game you got them from. So despite the fact that the games are linked together and you can easily transfer between the games in the menu, you can't transfer your XP tokens. People are pissed about that because for a second they thought there was a light at the end of the tunnel. And it turns out it was just a train coming to smack them, well, back down the tunnel. So yeah, they reverted it. And it's such a weird thing to do because there's really no loss from them. If they do this, it means that people are going to be getting those monsters, getting that extra pizza, doing whatever it takes to get those tokens earlier, right? Like if I could get these tokens in July or August or September and then use them when the new game comes out, that would be great. And the fact that they were enabling that, that's awesome too. But unfortunately, they decided not to do that. They reverted it. And people were upset because even though they like there's so many bugs in this game, there's so many things that go wrong. For instance, let's say I wanted to buy one of these precious skins. You can see how long it takes to load. That's actually not a bad looking skin, to be honest. But you can see sometimes it takes a while to load things. And now when I go to create my weapons, because I've got skins and all that, sometimes I get lag when I go to customize them. There's just a whole bunch of BS going on right now. There's a lot of bugs in the game. There's a lot of people that are having trouble running the game. And it really sucks because they're having trouble running the game and they're hoping that, something's going to be fixed or something's going to be done. All that happens is they get their XP tokens given to them and then pulled back. it feels like a slap in the face because they can fix this quick. They can't fix a million other issues that are plaguing people who paid for a game that costs almost, well, that makes billions of dollars every year. We're not even going to pretend it doesn't. This is a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar game belonging to a franchise worth tens of billions of dollars, and somehow they still can't release it completely perfect every time. It is not reasonable whatsoever. There are companies literally launching rocket ships that are worth less than Call of Duty. And you know what? Those rocket ships often do go into space and they land again. So if a goddamn rocket ship can go up and come back down, I think I should be able to play a game that's pretty much the same for the last 10 years without running into a billion gajillion issues I ran into last year, only for them to get fixed months down the line when I no longer give a shit about the game. But if XP tokens are accidentally dropped, they can undo that in a matter of hours. So yeah, that really sucks. And the other thing they did that really does like rub me the wrong way. And I didn't pay for the game. I got it on Game Pass because honestly, I'm not a cock. But if you were, you might have bought the Vault Edition upgrade. And originally it was supposed to come with 50 tier skips. Unfortunately, that number dropped down to 20, and the people who paid early for this and thought they were getting 50 tier skips didn't get it. And again, it shows a lack of integrity in my opinion because this is nothing. 50/20, it's just a number. To them, who cares if you can skip a few tiers? It really doesn't actually matter to these devs. There's some no-lifer who's gonna grind this game like grass doesn't exist, and they're gonna get all these things in a matter of seconds, show them off on YouTube. It doesn't really matter if someone gets 50 tier skips and they can just run all the way to the end of a battle pass or whatever it is that they're trying to do. It really doesn't matter. It's just they're just skins and they're things that these people are gonna work for anyways. Giving them the tier skips doesn't really cost any money to Call of Duty Activision or anything like that. Maybe there's a few people who they were gonna pay a little bit extra, but they decided just not to cover. But like if you're that far gone into Cuckland, you're gonna pay for something else. You're gonna take that $50 instead of spending it on rent like you should. You're gonna go buy another battle pass, or you're gonna go buy some crazy skin, or you're gonna buy the dragon turd. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna do something stupid with your money. It's not gonna go into a 401k. I'm telling you that. They're gonna get that money, right? They're gonna get those coins, and then you're gonna spend approximately 95% of those coins because there's nothing else that's going to make up the 5%. And then you're encouraged to just deposit more. Why can't they just use dollars? Because they wouldn't make as much. And it's the same with these. They just decided they're not going to honor their word because they can make more money. And in my opinion, the problem here is it there's a lack of trust. Anytime you buy something, anytime I go into the store and buy something, I'm assuming that the game is not going to nerf it. I'm assuming that if they do, they've got the best intentions of the game at heart. If I buy one of these skins that I think looks cool, I've got to assume that it's not going to be nerfed. And if it is, there's going to be a damn good reason for it. And when all of a sudden they're willing to go willy nilly and take stuff away and put it back and do all that, it makes me wonder, is it possible that I could buy a skin, it could get nerfed, and nothing's gonna be done about it? It's happened in the past, usually because those skins are like extremely pay to win. But now who knows? It's just one of those things. Like there are games out there. I've played games where what they do is the skins get shittier as time goes on. Like everybody has the money, but anyways, you want to show off, you can show off your flaming dragon turd. Put this thing on. Who knows? Maybe in 2 weeks, the flames are going to be gone. In 3 weeks, he's going to be a little chapless like Tyson over there. And then in a whole month, you don't have a flaming green dragon with cool armor. You get a I don't know what. Maybe you actually do just have a turd skin. I don't know. But like if that integrity is broken, you don't know where things are going to go, and you've got to suspect a ton of stuff. And if there are more shady moves in the future, and I'm playing this game, plan to talk about it. If you're wondering what you can do, honestly, the best thing you can do is not buy the battle pass and not go to the store. Just play the game, have fun with it, and don't cosplay a poked up 6-year-old at Halloween. Anyways, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.